Alright, now let's talk about number 5. And you can find this on page 6. Okay, page 6. The addition principle for inequalities. Very similar to the previous section, we learned about the addition principle for equations. Given a, b, c are real numbers, for inequality a less than b, it is equivalent to a plus c on both sides of this inequality. You see that? Very similar to the addition principle for an equation. This k is for the inequality. And for a greater than b, is equivalent to a plus c on both sides. Okay, to go to this inequality. And if you recall, the addition principle, if we subtract something, it will be equivalent to a minus c less than b minus c. Okay, we worked on this in the previous sections, so it still qualifies the addition principle for inequality. If you subtract the same number on both sides, guarantee this inequality is still equivalent to this inequality after subtracting c on both sides of this inequality. So let's start with an example. And don't forget that for this definition, the less than or equal to and greater than or equal to apply in this case as well. Okay, it can be less than or equal to right here or greater than or equal to right here. It works the same way. Here the example. Given y minus 18 less than or equal to negative 4 inequality. First, we need to solve the given inequality. So part A. Alright, so I will start writing the inequality y minus 18 less than or equal to negative 4. I need to solve this inequality. Remember, when you solve something, you solve for the variable. So I need to solve for y, okay? So what is y? In this case, because y adding or subtracting from something, right? So does it ring the bell when a variable adding to a constant or subtracting from a constant? We're going to use the addition principle, right, to obtain the y. So using the addition principle, we need to turn this negative 18 to 0. So negative 18 plus what equal 0? In this case, it's going to be plus 18. Okay? So we're going to use plus 18 on both sides. Using the addition principle, maintain the same inequality. Okay? Now simplify. Negative 18 plus 18 is 0. So y minus 0 less than or equal to negative 4 plus 18 is 14. Okay? And then y minus 0 is y less than or equal to 14. So we have the answer right here is y less than or equal to 14. Let me check the answer. Yes, it is. So this is part A. Okay? Part B, write the answer in set notation. So part B, write the answer in set notation. So set notations mean we're going to use braces, okay? So remember, for set notation, we start with the variable y, the given variable. In this case, y. So y such that. So what is y? You need to give a description of the y. And we know from part A, right? We solve for y, and y is less than or equal to 14. So you just copy this answer right here. Y less than or equal to 14. Okay? So this answer for part B. Write the solution in set notation. For part C, write the answer in interval notation. So interval notation is something that involves parentheses or bracket. So in this case, y is less than or equal to 14. Now, if you have a problem with that, go to page 5 and look at the table and see which one you'll use to write the answer for the interval notation. So we have right here the set notation. Y is less than or equal to 14, right? So in this case, it's going to be case 8, okay? So from case 8, okay, we'll have the interval notation is negative infinity to the right end point, which is 14. Okay, and it makes sense to you, right? Sorry, because including, don't forget the bracket right here. Okay, it makes sense to you, right? Y is any number that is less than or equal to 14 from this interval notation right here, starting from 14, right? And you're including it because brackets, right? And extending to the left. So 14, from 14, extending to the left. Okay, that's case C. That's part C. Now let's start with part D. Is the graph. So we need to graph this inequality on the number line. Okay, now you have a question, you can go to the table and to look for case 8. For this case, on the number line, we have the right endpoint is 14, right? So 14 right here. So y is any number that less than or equal to 14, so we're including 14. So I'm going to use the bracket, okay, bracket 14, and 14 less than, that means extending to the left infinitely. So this is the graph for this inequality. Okay, so with this I'm done with the addition principle for inequalities.